I haven't played it very long, but I do know this. The new Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the best Call of Duty in some time. I never thought I would be talking about another Call of Duty again. The last one I played was Modern Warfare 3, and since then the series really hasn't interested me at all. You have weird games like World War II where it's just not there. Like, something about Modern Warfare 3 just disappeared. Call of Duty Modern Warfare has brought it back. Hey, we got gun customization. For the first time, I think ever, guns have more than 2 attachments. This means that gun customization is all over the place. 2 people could be using the exact same gun and it have completely different outcomes in terms of how they use it. Is it a long-range weapon? Is it a short-range weapon? It lets your creativity flow. The best thing about the variety of attachments is that it makes almost any gun in the game viable, albeit with certain skill levels. That massive amount of variety means that unless your opponent is going for the same achievement as you, they're most likely not going to be using the same gun. And in the off chance that you do run into someone that has the same gun as you, most likely they're modded completely different. You can have up to 5 different attachments on each gun, which makes each gun play incredibly differently. Now, I don't know if there's anyone out there that would disagree with me on this, and if you do, you're wrong, but 3-lane maps are horrible. The reason 3-lane maps are so bad is because they don't allow for creative gameplay. We have this incredibly diverse system of gun attachments that can lead to some very interesting gameplay depending on what you attach to your gun and when. But the problem is that could all be ruined if the game were filled with 3-lane maps. Luckily, this game has a lot of different maps. While there are some 3-lane maps in this game, they're kind of mitigated by the fact that they have a lot of levels to them. It's not just your standard plane. We're not on the GBA Mario Kart levels where everything is just on one plane. There's some awesome levolution, some climbing of buildings, and for the first time I think ever I've played a Call of Duty, I really feel like I can get on top of most things. Like, you see a building and you're like, hey, I can get on top of that. And it just makes for some fun, variable gameplay. Specific maps like Ramazah and Hovek Sawmill that are just a weird mix of buildings and courtyards that allow for some dynamic gunfights and interesting angles to shoot someone. They have some interesting flanking lanes, so you almost never feel pinned down. There still are some 3-lane maps present in the game, but they show up in the form of Shoot House and Shipment, and which are 2 ridiculous maps that are not meant to be taken seriously. Unless you play 24/7 Shoot House and Shipment, they're just breaks in the gameplay, you know? They're just crazy mosh pits. They're really just added in to add a little pandemonium to the gameplay. They're rather small maps that allow for some craziness to happen. That's really all I have to say about this game. The combination of guns in this game and the maps make the multiplayer in this Call of Duty way more enjoyable than Call of Duty's past. I'm looking at you, Ghosts. And it's just a fun game to play. Like any other Call of Duty, it's rather mind-numbing. You know, you sit down and you just kind of play it and let your mind drift off. It almost perfectly reminds me of that summer I spent playing Modern Warfare 3 with my best friends, some of which I'm still friends with today. And in a time like this, when I'm stuck in quarantine, playing that game with my friends is one of the best ways I can stay connected to them.